This is Dan Crenshaw. You might remember him from this.
And my last point is this. I want to say this to all the teenagers out there and TikTok influencers who think we're just old and out of touch and don't know what we're talking about, trying to take away your app. You may not care that your data is being accessed now, but it will be one day when you do care about it. And here's the real problem. With data comes power. They can choose what you see and how you see it. They can make you believe things that are not true. They can encourage you to engage in behavior that will destroy your life. Even if it is not happening yet, it could in the future. The long-term goal of the Chinese Communist Party is the demise of the American power, and that starts with our youth.
Let me introduce you to the Restrict Act, which does what exactly?
About it. And here's the real problem. With data comes power. They can choose what you see and how you see it. They can make you believe things that are not true. They can encourage you to engage in behavior that will destroy your life. If it is not happening yet, it could in the future.
And what does the Restrict Act do? Restrict. It restricts you on the internet. All of this is Restrict Act. And yet both Republicans and Democrats came to fight TikTok. No! They came to take away your rights. And this guy's a Navy SEAL that doesn't like David Goggins, but we'll get back into that. He is now appointed to lead GOP response on Mexican cartels. That's him. And during the TikTok Congress fiasco, he said this.
Purposefully allow drug cartels to communicate freely and organize human and drug trafficking. Now, to be fair, all social media companies could do that. Here's the difference. It is only TikTok that is controlled by the Chinese Communist.
Now, repeatedly, they try to make it look like the boogeyman, TikTok, which now has Project Texas, which means that all of our information is here, not even in Singapore, and has nothing to do, Singaporean TikTok has nothing to do with Chinese Douyin. But the problem is, they want all the information and restrict it to our government. And what could they do again? Sorry, what could good old America do with that information?
Here's the real problem. With data comes power. They can choose what you see and how you see it. They can make you believe things that are not true. They can encourage you to engage in behavior that will destroy your life. Even if it is not happening yet, it could in the future.
And since Dan Crenshaw has stocks, bought Meta when it was at its lowest, $15,000 worth of shares, copy trading. And then the price of Meta started going up when Congress started taking actions against TikTok. Interesting. And they think we can trust our government with something called the Restrict Act that controls all data, everything that we see. And since this ex-Navy SEAL, who is a Republican, by the way, I thought Republicans wanted less government. Now they want complete government control over everything that you see. Everything. Well, this would be the only app that you would see, because that's the only one paying him for this. Remember, people, they don't care about you. They want to make sure that you keep them in power so that they can make as much sweet money as they can from you. And if they got to use fear tactics like China bad, then they absolutely will. Even though TikTok is in Singapore and all of our data is now here in Project Texas. Has nothing to do with Singapore, has nothing to do with Chinese Douyin, completely separate, because Chinese Douyin is with ByteDance. Well, let's get back to this video. This is Dan Crenshaw talking about David Goggins, and then David Goggins exposing Dan Crenshaw for the lies that he told.
I read his book, and I've never met a single SEAL who knows him. He's not known for any particular deployments or in anything in particular. So I don't know what his book's even about. I can't relate with it at all. It's not very SEAL-like. SEALs.
David, we haven't connected yet. I figured we should because I have a book coming out in April that aligns well with your message.
Yikes.
Would it be awesome if I could get a quote from you? Happy to talk more. Good work out there, brothers. Let me say this again.
During 150 high-risk movements, including daily transits outside the protected international zone in Baghdad.
Truth, not fucking sheep-ass bullshit. That's how this motherfucker needs to end. Merry motherfucking Christmas.
Sorry, I just took you down a massive rabbit hole. But whenever I see his face, all I think about is America wants all of our data for this. One more time.
You may not care that your data is being accessed now, but it will be one day when you do care about
By
it.
you.
Here's the real problem. With data comes power. They can choose what you see and how you see it. They can make you believe things that are not true. They can encourage you to engage in behavior that will destroy your life. Even if it is not happening yet, it could in the future.
I want to take this, all your freedoms, everything, and turn it into this. Everything restricted by the Restrict Act. Except for Facebook. Except for Facebook. That will be the only thing you get. That is the state of America right now. Give up all your freedoms to a government you don't trust so that the people in the government can keep making billions and billions of dollars off of you, off of us, Americans. This was never about TikTok. This was about power. And they want all of it. They want this. What do you think about that? Leave comments. Also, leave a 1 if you made it all the way to the end.